Traditionally, each graduation ceremony features an address by one of our newest graduates who speaks on behalf of their peers. This honour is awarded to someone who, during their time at our university, has exemplified the qualities that we seek to instil in all our graduates. This evening's address will be given by Manraj Singh Rahi, who has graduated with a Bachelor of Law and a Bachelor of Commerce, majoring in Information Systems. Manraj has been actively involved in all parts of student life at Te Haringa Waka, including being President of the Victoria University of Wellington Law Students Society. He also worked as a tutor for the School of Information Systems for many years, and in 2021 was awarded Best Tutor Award of all of them by the university. Manraj is currently working in the corporate and commercial team at the law firm Buddle Finlay and is excited to put his skills and knowledge from his various subjects to use. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Manraj to give the graduate address.
Ke aku nui, ke aku rahi, tēnā tātou katoa. Ke te hunga mate, haere, haere, haere. Ke te hunga ora, kia ora tātou. E mihi ana ke te manakura, ki te tumu whakaere, ki ngā kaiako, ki ngā whānau, ki ngā ika e whiru anō hoki. It is an honour to be here today and give this address. Looking out at the crowd, it is so wonderful to see so many friendly faces, and it reminds me just how lucky I am to be part of such an awesome group of humans. Starting off this degree, I never would have dreamed that our time here would have been marked by pandemics and protest occupations. All I knew at the start was that the prospect of 5 years in this place was utterly daunting. Now that we are on the other side, it could not have gone faster. But when it came to writing this speech, it turned out to be a harder endeavour than I imagined. You would think that after 5 years at university, surviving contract law, bell curves, and 8:30 lectures, very few things would be insurmountable. But how could I possibly say anything of note to a room full of people who have all traversed their own path to this momentous occasion, each of you overcoming obstacles of your own? But hopefully you'll be pleased to know that I have removed the Socratic questions I planned to use to keep you all engaged today. And I am reassured by the fact that the last time I spoke at an event that celebrated our cohort's success, it certainly ended very well. I thought that perhaps I should be future-focused and did not take heed of Robert's advice and asked ChatGPT to write this speech for me. Unfortunately, the only suggestions it had to make was a generic, be proud of your success, and a reminder that one day AI will do our jobs for us. So instead of doing that, armed with neither Notesbank nor Studoku, I did what any self-respecting law student would, and I turned to legislation. I can tell you that legislation tells you two key things about tertiary education. It requires that we should have fostered our skills to be skilled and knowledgeable population. But more importantly, being at Te Haringa Waka should enable us to contribute to the development of cultural and intellectual life in Aotearoa. So to assess my degree against this rubric, it is time to reflect. Let's see at my time at university whether this held up. There is no doubt that this university has filled us with the knowledge and skills that it was so clearly intended for. That goes without question. So the first thank you tonight goes to the lecturers sat behind me. Thank you for dedicating your lives to helping grow a bunch of little kids into real adults. While I may not remember every single word you've said to me, I will never forget, and I think I speak for all of us, the experiences that we've had in your classroom, the ways that you have challenged us, and most importantly, we will be forever grateful for having our best interests at heart always. But university is also a chance for us to grow personally. And that has to come from outside the lecture theatre. Whether it be talking to friends in the corridor, or hushed whispers on the third floor of the library, or maybe even catching up with friends at a Law Student Society event, I have found that my time at Victoria has been richest when I am learning from those around me. So therefore, to my friends, whether you were there from day one or we've only recently met, you know who you are. Your passions, your tenacity, and your humour have been the greatest support when things got tough. This degree, and indeed the last 5 years, would have been immeasurably more difficult without it. I must also thank some very special people tonight. My family, those of you who have travelled to be here, or those of you who are watching from afar, thank you for being my biggest supporters. It means so much to have you here today, because this achievement is as much mine as it is yours. In particular, to my parents, thank you for the kind hugs, the warm meals, and the Netflix account. They have been everything I needed to be here today. Without you and your constant wisdom, I certainly would have lost my way on this journey. And for that, I owe you everything. But I want to finish by looking back at that other legislative goal, our contribution to society. Now it has become time for each of us to go and reap the rewards of our hard work. As we move forward from this day, let us remember that the dedication that brought us here. But let us also remember the responsibility that comes with our education. A degree is a demonstration of commitment, perseverance, and passion. And what comes to mind now is a line from the Guru Granth Sahib. Jai karni te puri mat, karni bajo, gat hai gat. So when we do things that aren't meritorious, we find our lives will be lacking. But doing virtuous deeds creates harmony in the world. So I ask that with that determination, we go forward. So to my fellow graduates, I challenge you today to find that strength, to use your education not just to succeed, but to make a difference in the world. Use your knowledge to fight for those who are marginalized, to give voice to the voiceless, and to stand up for what is right, especially when it's difficult. Remember that the privilege of education comes with the responsibility to use that education for the greater good, but to do so, most importantly, with the utmost humility, empathy, and compassion. Congratulations once again. I wish you all the best as you embark on this next chapter of your lives, and I cannot wait to see where you go. Guru Raka, Guru Angsang, No Reira, Tena Koto, Tena Koto, Tena Koto Katoa.